By the 1900s, two radical groups were rising in the Middle East: Zionism in the West, Wahhabism in the East, and they both found a silent partner, the British Empire. As World War I erupted, the Ottoman Empire began to collapse, and to secure its interests, the British Empire made deals with Zionists in Europe and Arab tribal factions in the desert, promising them both sovereignty but knowing that only one of them would truly get it. The most famous of these promises was the Balfour Declaration of 1917, in which Britain promised the Zionists a Jewish homeland in Palestine. This was much more than just imperial strategy, it was about who was shaping this plan behind the scenes. By the early 20th century, many of Jacob Frank's followers had quietly entered into European elite societies. In places like Austria, Germany, and Britain, many of them had converted over to Christianity but had maintained the same ideological worldview: redemption through upheaval, transformation through destruction, changing the world by dismantling the old one. Some moved into publishing, finance, diplomacy, and political philosophy. They weren't religious anymore, they were ideological. And to some of them, Zionism wasn't just a nationalist movement, it was the fulfillment of a long held prophetic vision. The return of Palestine would serve as a new spiritual political center of gravity. In 1919, Chaim Weizmann, one of Zionism's most influential figures, signed an agreement with Amir Faisal, the son of the Sharif of Mecca. Faisal agreed to Jewish immigration into Palestine under the condition that Arab independence would be honored in the broader region. That agreement was never upheld. Instead, Britain backed the Arab rival force, Mohammed bin Saud, a tribal leader aligned with Wahhabi ideology. The British armed the Saudis to overthrow the Hashemite monarchy, the one that Faisal belonged to. Two movements, both promised power, one in Palestine and one in Arabia. Both claimed divine inheritance, and both were useful to an empire. This wasn't just about redrawing borders, it was about establishing a new spiritual and political order, with Britain playing both sides. Some call it geopolitical genius, others see it as a quiet fulfillment of a radical Masonic vision that was carried out through diplomacy, war, and betrayal. And that set the stage for everything else next to come.